is Daily Blast Live. We're talking about what you're talking about. Real, honest, entertaining, live. DBL starts right now.
Welcome to DBL. It's Thursday, June 3rd. I'm Tori here with Brandon and Alan. And I spilled on myself a little bit, some hot coffee. So if you see some stains, that's just what happens at DBL.
Can you tell the people what happened, that I caught you like a superhero?
Thank you,
Some people are saying?
Thank you.
Okay.
No one's saying that, but you did catch me.
The streets are talking.
Thank you so much. That's what it's like back behind the scenes here at DBL. All right. Have you all heard about the big push to get 70% of Americans vaccinated by the 4th of July? Well, 12 states have already hit that milestone, but there are at least 6 others who haven't even made it to 50%. So yesterday, the president announced all sorts of new incentives to try and persuade people into getting the COVID vaccine. As we've mentioned, states are offering cash prizes, but now, if you get a shot, you can also get a free beer, huh?
Shouldn't you get a free shot? Shouldn't
I thought the same.
be a beer
and a shot. I thought the same thing.
Yeah.
I thought the same thing. Sports teams are offering free tickets and even seats to the Super Bowl. United is offering free flights, and in West Virginia, they are giving away guns and trucks. Awesome. So what do you guys think of all these crazy incentives? Will they work and help people overcome their hesitancy? I say, and I've said it from the beginning since the Ohio governor started this, it's a brilliant idea. Americans love to think they might win something. They'll do anything.
Yes, Las Vegas is based on that.
Yeah.
I think it's a brilliant idea, but not so much. I mean, obviously for the Americans who are getting vaccine, yes, but it's a brilliant idea for the corporations, because think about it. You're working with the state in a sense to where you don't want that bad publicity. You don't want someone saying, hey, I got fired from Anheuser-Busch. Hey, I got fired from Corporation X because I refused to get vaxxed. Now that blows up, that goes viral. And what do we see with the whole Peloton thing? When they said Peloton was skinny shaming or body shaming, we saw people try to boycott that. So I see these corporations.
That's a good point. It's a win-win.
I see them, yeah. It's like rather than deal with the lawsuit and bad press, why don't we just give you a bunch of free beer that it's been in stock? Because a lot of people, you know,
hadn't been out. What about like West Virginia, like guns and trucks? What do you think?
Know your audience.
Yeah.
Says the stand-up comedian to the other. You know, honestly, you know, whatever.
Right.
I caught myself for 1 second, Brandon, going, well, why do they get $1 million for something I did? I don't care. That's where I am. I don't care. Give them $10 million. Let's just get everybody vaccinated so we can get back to life. Even if you want to hate me in real life, at least you'll be face to face.
I completely agree. If I can hug my mother, I'll take. You can give away $1 gazillion.
Not a gazillion.
I don't actually know what a gazillion is, actually. All right. How many of you guys got in trouble as kids? Anyone? Raise hands. Thoughts? Okay.
Absolutely.
I absolutely didn't.
Al, you got to raise your hand.
I was terrified of my parents. Am I like one of those kids?
You didn't get in trouble?
I was so scared of my dad. Everybody's like, yeah, I told my mom. I was just like... I was so scared. Black parents? Are you kidding me?
I had black parents
I know,
too,
but you're gigantic. I don't know how Brandon, like we talked about that yesterday. Like Brandon got himself together later in life.
Yeah, you're a late bloomer like myself. All right, well, imagine the surprise police officers got at the scene of this accident. 2 girls who were 9 and 4 took the keys to their parents' Chevy Malibu, OMG, and snuck out of the house at 3 a.m. They made it 10 miles down a freeway before crashing into a semi. Now, thankfully, I want to let everyone know no one was hurt. The girls did remember to put on their seatbelts, but their parents' car was badly damaged, and of course, the parents were horrified and very shocked to find their kids were gone. Now, the reason that the kids gave this, okay, they were headed to California, they wanted to, quote, swim with dolphins and see the beach. So these kids are not scared of their parents. Who does this? What is that about? Did they think the Malibu took them to Malibu? Like, what is this?
I think that these are parents that don't know where to put their keys. I really do.
Or boundaries,
all jokes aside, you know, kids get things in their head. They see their parents driving. It looks easy. They're like, oh, they don't have any sense of time and place. I'm just saying, for a 9 and 4-year-old, the reasoning, I think that they thought, we'll just go to California, hang out for a second, and come back before mom and dad wake up. It's insane, but for a 9-year-old, it's not that much of a stretch.
How does she even reach the pedals? Like,
I'm sorry, Al, I can't. I just came from home. I have a 10-year-old niece. I have a 3-year-old niece. There's no way I could dangle the keys right there in front of their face and tell them, you could drive to Bubble Guppy Land if you want to. They would not touch my brother or my sister-in-law's keys to hop up in that car. I think we have a problem now where a lot of parents are being too friendly to kids. I'm not necessarily blaming them.
I wouldn't disagree with that.
Okay.
I wouldn't disagree with that.
And is that considered parent shaming? You're the parent here. If we say, hey, that seems like those parents don't have enough boundaries for a 9 and a 4-year-old to think that's okay, is that parent shaming to you?
Well, I wouldn't say it's parent shaming. I would say that any advice isn't always shame. You know, somebody that taught 7th grade for 5 years and has 3 children, or eat Tory with dogs. Yeah. It sounds crazy, but everything wants discipline. Discipline often comes in the form of love and vice versa. And I think things want fences, boundaries. Hey, I care about you enough to, hey, you're going to know if you go past that fence how much I love you, because it's going to be real bad. Yeah. You know, so I think that's what these kids probably need.
10 miles? Like, I bet they drove better than I.
I bet they did.
Okay.
They did.
Wow, they did. You're never going to believe this next story. Check this out. Okay, I have a lot to say about this.
Okay.
Do you guys see it? Isn't this cool?
No.
So this is an invisible sculpture that was created by an Italian artist. And if you're wondering where it is, it's in that square area marked off by the tape. It's called Buddha in Contemplation. Now, the artists say he made it out of air and spirit. Now, that artist is walking away with more than $18,000 after selling the invisible sculpture. So the question is, who would buy this?
When he said
All I heard is did you hear in the studio someone goes, this is stupid.
I just, Brandon, talk to me.
When he said air, I'm thinking there's some sort of like inhalation going on,
Right,
like
there
smoke.
might
When he
have been.
said spirit, I'm thinking wine and spirits. You had to be feeling yourself to do this. Tori, you're the art major. I think practice
it's
Buddha, all that.
brilliant.
How? Please.
Okay, so
explain.
art is true. It's what the people will pay for it. It's the value they put on it, right? So I'm going to show you Andy Warhol famously. What did he do? He made a soup can of Campbell's. Do we have that picture? This is what would sell for $1 gazillion, speaking of a gazillion.
What?
And what he is saying is that soup cans, commercialized soup cans, can be art. Anything can be art. Anything if you put a value on it, even nothingness. So someone was willing to pay $18,000 for that. Is that then a piece of art? Does that represent art? Does that create art? Is it a performance piece? What is this? What is art?
It's somebody
one's on
that's
board.
$18,000 poorer. I don't understand, but you're right. Anybody, I do think if you target the art community, no disrespect. But there is something where it is like I'm a little bit smarter than the next person. I think I see things on another level. And when you get people in that mindset, you can sell them anything. Here's an invisible hat. Here's a sensitivity rug for your brain.
Think about
and people will buy
Bansky.
it.
He shredded his own piece as soon as someone bought
Yes,
it.
it's what most retreats are built on.
I love it. I think it's brilliant.
Hashtag see goop.
All right, coming up on DBL, we're talking to legal expert and attorney Dan Abrams. Could Derek Chauvin get a new trial? Dan weighs in. And do you know what squish or doppelbanger means?
I think I know the second one.
Ooh, I do not. The new language of love. I can't believe I said it. Coming up next.
Closed captioning provided by
Welcome back to DBL. Relationships, dating, and even sex have all evolved over the years. And kids these days, what am I, 90? Get off my lawn. of all sorts of new terms that you may or may not know. So we're going to test ourselves, okay, here, and we want you to do it at home and just see how hip and cool we are with some of the new lingo. I think hip is not cool, first off. All right, up first is the word squish. Al, I'm going to ask you first what you think it means. Brandon, don't look at the prompter. What do you think it means?
I think it means, first of all, don't get fired, Al.
Yep.
I will say that that's an attractive person.
Okay, a squish is someone hot.
Like somebody you want to squeeze.
Someone you want to squeeze. Brandon?
The second person out of a three-person friendly thing.
Okay, out of a throuple maybe.
Yes, okay,
All right.
thank you.
A throuple.
Daytime
Squish
TV.
means a platonic crush.
Oh.
A desire for a strong platonic relationship or a non-romantic emotional relationship with a person.
Also known as a friend. That was a
With benefit.
Yeah,
Daytime with benefit?
I think it was a friend with no
there's no
benefits.
platonic. Oh,
Just a
platonic,
friend.
yeah, friend
Just
zone.
a friend.
Friend
Yeah.
zone.
You're exactly right. That
That's
is
the way
just
an
a friend.
alien would describe it.
Yeah, that's a squish. Okay, next up we have doppel bleep. What do you think this one means?
Oh, can I go first on this
Brandon,
one?
please.
It's like your crush, the person you want. They look like that person, so that's the person you want to.
Interesting.
I'm going to piggyback
Word.
on that, but I
Yeah.
think it's the person you're with now looks just like the person you were just with, like your ex.
Yeah, I think I think it's the person before. Let's see. Doppel bleep is when you are in a sexual relationship with someone solely because they look similar to you.
Oh.
Or another person you are attracted to sexually.
So it's like when I look in the mirror, you get turned on type thing.
Yeah, or
I mean, not me, but for those people.
do you guys ever look at yourself and you're like, I'm really feeling myself?
But have you seen couples that kind of look like each other?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a Seinfeld episode when he dates someone who looks just like Jerry.
Yeah, so I
Yeah.
could see that.
Yeah.
And I think everybody has a type. I think that's weird it's rare that you see people that have 5 different partners that look completely different.
I don't have that type at all, but every single one of my, like really different religions, different race, but every single one of them plays music.
Oh.
Is that cool?
Yeah, so you like the musicians.
So they have an iPhone or they have iTunes.
Yeah, they have iTunes. All right. Next term is sapiosexual. I actually know what this is. What do you think this means, Albert?
You're into everybody, like you're down with everything.
Everything, you're into it.
Yes.
Almost
I
pansexual.
thought you would know this. You're attracted to someone for their intelligence.
Oh, really?
That's
See, if I was
correct.
intelligent, I would have known that.
Sapiosexual, if you guys don't know, is someone who finds the contents of someone else's mind to be their most attractive attribute.
Also
right?
known as a liar.
I had it on my Instagram bio for a little bit, and a lot of my friends were like, Brendan, take that.
How could you see somebody's mind across the room?
You don't
Stop.
think when someone's like brilliant and can I give you an example? Good Will Hunting, when he does that great takedown of the Harvard
He's
guy.
also an A-list
He's
Hollywood
also
actor.
He's Matt
Okay.
Damon. I did not prove my point. All right, the
Yeah,
next
you didn't say
term.
Malcolm Gladwell.
I love that. The next term is micro cheating. What is micro cheating? Is it cheating with small bits of things?
It's just like flirting, sliding in the DMs.
Sliding
I think
the DM.
even that's too much. I think
think
it's
it's very
just like
little.
playful. But anything you wouldn't want your partner to see, but a stranger wouldn't be like, that's cheating.
I see.
It's just kind of like
Skating by.
Hey, Brandon, missed you at work today, and like, would you have texted
That was
to anybody
terrible
else?
flirting. Missed you at work today.
But that's like the
No,
low level.
I agree.
you know?
Micro cheating means small acts considered disloyal within a relationship. Nothing too serious, but not innocent either. So an example would be suggestive texts to other people.
Hey, Brandon, missed you at work today.
Yeah, you kind of nailed it. Nice job.
We did this segment where Al had that jacket on. The music goes with the jacket, your whole vibe.
Everybody at home, let's
Getting ready to
oocha,
do some
oocha.
micro cheating.
Coming up on DBL, legal expert Dan Abrams. He's weighing in hard turn on this on the Derek Chauvin murder trial and whether he'll actually get a retrial. If you want to know, stay tuned.
Nearly 110.
Welcome back to DBL. Now, courts are some of the most heated rooms a person can be in. But what happens when the accused takes the witness stand? Earlier, Al and I spoke with Dan Abrams to talk about his new show, Under Oath, which seeks to answer that very question. That's today's DBL Spotlight. Take a look. Dan Abrams, it is always a pleasure. Welcome back to DBL. We cannot wait to talk to you about your new show, Court Cam Presents Under Oath. First of all, great title. But first, we just want to pick your brain a little bit, because we love it so much on the show, about the state of law enforcement in America today. So I just want to ask a question our viewers have. Derek Chauvin's lawyer has filed a motion for a new trial, arguing that some errors were made that violated Mr. Chauvin's rights. And we all wanted to know, according to you, how likely is it that Derek Chauvin will get a new trial?
I think it's very unlikely he'll get a new trial. This is a fairly typical appeal. I think this judge was pretty careful in his rulings. I think that the one issue a lot of people have been talking about was about this juror, where there was a picture of him at an event with his family. And, the question is not going to be, was this juror, sort of inclined to one side or another? It's going to be, did the juror lie in the context of jury selection? And his position is, when I was asked the question, had I been in a police protest? I didn't think of it as a police protest. I thought of it as an MLK celebration. And the key is going to be, in a separate question, he was asked, what do you think of Black Lives Matter? And he said he had a very positive view of it. That's going to help him because it seems honest.
Yeah, right.
And as a result, I don't think that there's going to be any action taken.
That's good to hear.
Yeah, well, this next question is such a, I wouldn't say loaded question, but such a deep question. I don't know why we would have any after this. But how would you recommend that police departments rebuild their relationships with local communities?
Well, look, I think a lot of the proposals out there make a lot of sense. I mean, having police officers who live in the communities, I think, can be very valuable. I think that's very important.
All right, let's talk Court Cam. Tell us about the show in general.
The new series is called Court Cam Under Oath, which is all about defendants who take the witness stand in their own defense. And when a defendant takes the witness stand in their own defense, the case all then comes down to the credibility of that person. And it's very rare for defendants to take the witness stand in their own defense. And there's a reason for that, because prosecutors are very tough on defendants who take the witness stand in their own defense. So what makes this series so compelling, I think, is that you get to see the defendant explaining why he or she didn't do it, or he or she shouldn't be responsible. And you also hear from the juror and the prosecutor and the defense as to what they're thinking.
I want to just know, from Dan Abrams' point of view, if you could be a prosecutor on a cross-examination or a defense attorney, which is your favorite? Which would you prefer to be? Do you like to go for the jugular, or?
I'd rather be a
prosecutor.
Yeah, I mean, the prosecutor is the more interesting one when the defendant is testifying, because look, it's interesting because the defense will question their witness, and a lot of the time you come out of it, you say, oh wow, that sounds like a pretty interesting explanation, seems plausible. And then the prosecutor will come up and poke all sorts of holes in it, and you say, oh wait, now I get it. And so I think that's why being the prosecutor in these cases can be more interesting.
Be sure to catch Dan's new show, Court Cam Presents Under Oath. It's on tonight on A&E. We'll be right back.
Thanks, Dan.
Thanks, Dan.
Thank you.
Promotional consideration.
Welcome back to DBL. Earlier, Steph showed me some amazing products at even better prices. Here's DBL Deal Blast presented by MorningSave.com. Steph, what do you have for us today?
Hey Tori, I'm here with some great products and deals just for you guys. So first up, I've got something that will help tidy up your favorite accessories. It's the Heidi & Oak Large Jewelry Organizer with a bonus pouch.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah, normally it's as much as $100, but now it's only $24, saving our viewers 76%.
And I like that when you open it, you feel like you're in Cartier, but you're just in your house.
Next up, I have the perfect items to style your hair. It's the Therapy 365 3-piece hair tool set.
Yes.
The Tri-Curl Clipless Curling Iron Set is specially designed with 3 distinctive curling barrel sizes. The wet or dry straightening iron improves the health of your hair, and the infrared hair dryer infuses a mild heat inside your hair cuticle, speeding up drying time. So normally it's as much as $460.
I was wondering, because this is a lot of
This is
stuff.
the whole
This is
hair
expensive,
kit
right?
that you'll ever need. You're not going to believe this, Tori. This is my deal of the week. It's only $39.
For all of it?
Yes, saving up to 92%.
You all are stealing at this point.
Now, Tori, if you're like me and you occasionally love to pamper yourself, right? Well, this Enchant Home luxury Turkish cotton bathrobe will do just that. This is soft and absorbent. Normally it's as much as $138. We've got it for only $49, saving up to 64%.
Some self-care, guys, at a great price.
Okay, and last, I've got something that will be perfect for anyone's skincare regimen. It's the Teo Clean UV Sanitizing Facial Brush.
Oh, wow.
More capable than manual washing using powerful rotational technology. Normally, it's as much as $149.
That's going to be pricey.
But we've got it for only $39, saving up to 74%.
Oh, I love that. Get one of these and then get really in there. Head on over, guys, to morningsave.com to snag these amazing deals at the lowest prices. You can even visit morningsave.com right on your smartphone. Thank you so much, Steph. So, you know, we always keep it real. First of all, those items look great. This was me in the morning show seconds before going on the air. We thought we'd show you. So just, I spilled scalding coffee, and Sharon so thankfully grabbed a hair dryer and blow dried me down.
I think that people want to get it on TV because they think it's so glamorous.
Yeah.
Isn't that a perfect encapsulation of what TV is? All the beauty in
It's
front of
just
the
me and
camera,
Sharon
and
with the
then
blow
just you
dryer.
and Sharon.
Totally. Thank you, Sharon.
Handle
Thank
it
you.
like a pro.
Handle it like a pro. 3rd degree burns, I'm fine. We'll see you same time, same place tomorrow. Bye, guys. Bye.